Hello my lovelies and welcome back to another video. I finally got my new ring light. If you didn't see that video, it would make sense because I only kept it up for like a day. But I have it now, so that's good. Everything will be continued. And I did not lie. The second episode of New War will be out very, very soon. I'm so excited for you guys to see it. But that is not what this video is about. Oh my god. Anyways, I want to be showing you, I'm gonna kill myself, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be showing you guys all of my customs. These are like over the years, like years and years, like back to when like I customized Aries, and that wasn't even on this channel. I'm excited to show you guys because there's a lot. I'm sitting next to all of them. There is a lot of customs. So I will go through them fairly quickly because I don't want you guys to be like, oh my god, there's another one. I don't want this video to be too long for you guys. And also, the second very exciting thing is that I will be selling some of these on my Etsy shop because I just made it. That link will be in the description. I will show you guys which ones I will be selling, or you guys can just go there. There's only 3 up there right now. I know. There's a lot of customs here, but I'm so attached to a lot of them that I can't get myself to sell them yet, but I will eventually, I promise you. I will say that all these customs are made out of most of the customs are made out of fake LPS or bases. When I first started collecting LPS, all my main 5s were fake, and I'm so grateful, honestly, that I did that because I had a lot of bases to work with. I have only found one good fake. I knew she was fake the second I took her out of the bag, but she looks like, honestly, she looks pretty real. Like, let me show you her. Like, that is a good looking fake. Like, you can't even. I guess I could start with the guy that you guys all know and love. He is very, 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 very old. Like, very old. Like, before I've had this channel, and probably, like, in the midst of my other channel, which was 5 years ago. You know Aries. We all know and love Aries from A Sight for Sore Eyes. I'm gonna remake him because I kind of really want to. But I'm gonna remake him because I made him out of this, like, weird kind of clay. So you just, like, stab it. Yep. I'm gonna show the ones I'll be selling first, because there's only 3. But here's this first boy. I'll be selling him. He's like a creamy color with like blush or just pink accents and drippy white eyes. I had no idea what I was doing with this one, but also these 3 that are placed in my shop right now, they are fairly expensive for like this kind of thing. They're not like overly expensive. Like, I'm gonna be lowering her price like a $10 because, you know, I'm just rethinking everything, but I will lower the prices once I start making revenue and I put more customs on shop. Here is the first time I actually used epoxy to make my customs. I use it all the time now. It is so strong, dude. This is a little mushroom dachshund. It's hard to tell. Like, I don't have a monitor or anything, so it's kind of hard to tell where my thing is, but she has a little mushroom cap. What's it, like some moss growing on it? And then she has a little mushroom on her back with some moss. She has yellow accents and like blush and blue eyes. And the last boy that's on my shop at the moment is this guy. He is the first custom I made with my 18 base things. I'm sure you guys don't even care about that, but I like him. I like him. His paint is a little thick and chunky, which is why he's the he's like the cheapest one on my shop right now. I think $20, maybe $25. I will say I really like his eyes. The X's came out nice. These next ones are also not newer. I'm just going out of order here now, man. Like, I have a lot of like groups of stuff. I'm thinking about selling these ones, most likely this one. If you guys want to buy them, tell me in the comments, and then I'll just put them on my shop. Okay? I don't know, man. But here's the first boy. I figured out how to make the wax from LPS Cobalt because he said it in one of his videos, and I'm like, that is literally genius. I'm gonna do that. He has 2 candles on his head and 1 on his back. He's a nice dark, like a bluish black. He has a flower growing out of his eye on this side. And his chest looked really bare for some reason, so I just put a little bow tie on. She's really simple, actually. I literally just poured hot glue on her and then painted her. But she has 2 candles on the top of her head as well. And one on her back and one on her paw. I liked this one because I liked putting the candle on her paw and letting it drip down like that. But she reminds me of a cupcake or something. But she has red eyes that kind of like drip down and then a red nose. And then that's basically it for her. She's pretty simple. And these next 2 I made at the same time, so I'll just show this one first. He's kind of like a statue color. Again, this one was just hot glued and then painted. Yeah, matches his nose. And then this one, I think this might be my favorite one out of all of them, so the chances of me keeping this one and not the rest of them are pretty high. She's like a darker stone color. She has gold eyes and a gold nose. I painted a felt flower. Be happy to sell them. I might just end up doing it in case. Okay, this one's a fairly random one, but I kind of like him because at the moment I was like, oh, I'll do a collie with like X's and then the other one with like blue O's or something. But looking at it now, it definitely looks like it's inspired by God of War, and I'm kind of in love with it. So that wasn't my intention, but I'm in love. He's a really simple custom as well. Like, it's just the white base, and then I painted like crosses on his eyes and then an X on his chest and his ears. Trigger warning for these next ones: if you have arachnophobia, trypophobia, or blublophobia, the fear of butterflies. These are my phobia customs. I'll start with the first one I made, which was arachnophobia. The chances of me selling them are kind of low. So this was the first one I made and made me want to make these other ones, and I'll probably make more of them because they're fun to make. This one is based off of arachnophobia, which is the fear of spiders. He has a little spider coming out of his eye, and then a spider leg right here, and like, you know those little like nippers, I don't know what they're called, the fangs, and then there's a spider leg coming out of his side. And I'm pretty sure these were meant to be spider eggs. There's also some on the back of his head. That's arachnophobia. And this is trypophobia. I have trypophobia, but this one doesn't like gross me out because I know it's fake and I made it. Like, I knew the process in making it, so it didn't like freak me out, and it doesn't freak me out looking at it. Trypophobia is the fear of holes, or more likely small holes placed together. She has holes covering her face, her head, the back of her head as well, and that side of her body. Next one is
lepidopterophobia.
Anyways, it's the fear of moths or butterflies. I sculpted some little butterfly wings, put some antennas growing out of him. There was a fallen soldier for that one, but don't worry, I'll cut off its wings too. He took a little bit to make, like took a little while because I had to sculpt, oh Jesus Christ, individually sculpt each wing, and then for some reason this was like kind of hard to get the texture right and like stick on to his head. I probably will not be selling these, but I'm definitely gonna be making more of them and I'm excited. I'll keep you updated. I mainly post my customs on my TikTok page, so if you guys want, you guys can go follow that because I post updates on my latest videos and stuff like that too, and like when I'll be posting it, or like how it's going, or behind the scenes, blah 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 blah. So I don't know, it's fun. Go ahead and go check it out at LPS Trooper Studios. This next custom is actually technically somebody else's custom. I got permission to repaint it. So I asked them on Instagram if I could repaint it because I really like the custom and I just kind of wanted to repaint it for no reason. Actually, I didn't really know why I did, but I did. On TikTok, they are known as lps.uk.rosebud. And on Instagram, I'm pretty sure it's LPS Unknown Rosebud. Or it's just Unknown Rosebud, but yes, she's the original creator of this custom design base, blah blah blah. I don't know. I saw it on her TikTok, and I was like, oh, that's really pretty. So I asked her, I was like, hey, can I repaint this custom for myself and I'll give you like full credit? And she's like, yeah, totally, go ahead. Like, that'd be awesome. And then she was like, here's some other customs if you want to repaint them too. And I was like, okay, cool. So this is her original design. She's like a tan LPS with a pink stripe, some pink paws, a pink tail, pink eyes, pink freckles, and a pink nose. And then she has this white ear with a pink tip and a white nose, a white muzzle, and then a white chest. Yeah, and I really like her eyes, like the design of the eyes and everything. So I will link her. I think she has a channel as well. Yeah, I think I follow her actually. I'll link her channel down in the description. Are these two, and technically they don't go together, but at the same time they do. Like, I would sell these two customs, but they're not made out of see what I mean? They're not made out of epoxy sculpt, which is what I use now, so they're so fragile. Like, this poor guy, like, he was a Demogorgon, but like, just touching him, like, it breaks off. So unfortunately, I will not be selling these because I don't want to sell somebody something that's just gonna break in the mail and like just be shattered and stuff. So he was really fun to make as well. I thought it came out really good. I might remake him. Like, I'm probably just gonna knock all these off and then remake it with epoxy sculpt. And then this next one is like a little woodland creature, kinda. I cut off its ears and repositioned them. The sculpting to like fix the ear holes isn't like a hundo P, but again, I would sell him, but I have a good feeling that especially his horns would break off in the mail, and I don't want that to happen to anybody who's going to be paying for him. If you guys absolutely want him and you want to risk him breaking his horns or something in the mail, I will be happy to sell him to you for a lower price. But yeah, he's a little woodland creature. His ears are repositioned to the side. I'm excited for this like group of people because they are all Mortal Kombat characters from the video game Mortal Kombat. So, first one I made that made me on this journey to making more of them is Scorpion. He's from Mortal Kombat 11, like the design is from Mortal Kombat 11. I mean, I'm going to make all the Mortal Kombat characters, which is why I probably will not sell these for right now, but I will be remaking some of them, like, especially like these three in the back, because they're not, like, very, very good, and I would want to make them better, so once I remake those, I will be selling the old ones on my shop. He has his mask and his hood, and I sculpted his, like, vest kind of thing, and then his, like, little, I don't know what they're called, like, hand things. He had a lot to sculpt, but I kind of minimalized it because it'd be hard to, like, sculpt some of it on an LPS, and it would just kind of look kind of weird, but sword. And then he has his belt, which goes to the bottom. And then he has his iconic little hooky thing. This is actually part of an earring, the chain piece. And then I sculpted his little, you know what it's called, the thing that he stabs people with. Everything here is made out of epoxy sculpt. And he was so fun to make and paint and sculpt and everything. I have the process on my TikTok page just a little further down. But he was the first one I made of the Mortal Kombat characters, and he's the one who made me want to make all of them. So, yes, I did. These next two, I'm not like 100% proud of. I'm going to show them together because I made them at the same time, and they're pretty similar. It's Melina and Baraka. And then I sculpted their individual teeth. I gave him some little eyebrows, and then I gave him like some muscles in his normal shirt thing. But he has his spikes on his shoulders. He's the simplest one out of all the Mortal Kombat characters, but then here's Melina. The main thing I wish I did different was her like face, like her eyes or whatnot, because for some reason it looks awkward. I find short hair cats the hardest to paint faces on. I don't know why. Like, I can't get it right. I do also wish I did the thing with this guy where I like just put like a slab of clay on there and then I sculpted it, because her hair turned out a little bit noodly. First time in like years I sculpted hair on an LPS, so give me some lead, bro. I feel like her mouth came out really well. Outfit. These all the outfits are from Mortal Kombat 11. I'm gonna make different versions of like their different characters, especially like the dead versions of them. If you know, you know. She has one on both sides because she has two. Yeah. And then I also sculpted her mask. The only issue being is that I sculpted it but then totally forgot that I had to make room for her hair. So it doesn't fit perfectly, but yeah. I definitely like her a lot better without the mask, but I think her eyes look better with the mask, which is strange. But anyways, here's Kung Lao. He's like fairly simple, I guess. Dude, his hat was so hard to make because I don't make hats, and it had to be really thin because his hat is literally a blade. Like, he's fine, and then and then it just goes flat. I don't know what happened. It just didn't want to stay up. But I do like his armor. How I sculpted his armor and painted it and everything. His little paws, his belt, his little chin strap and everything. His face is really simple. Next up, I think this is either my first favorite or my second favorite out of the whole thing. It is Johnny Cage, bro. Look at that beautiful man. His hair, I love his hair. Like, that is the best sculpting I've ever done for her. And it came out way better. Yeah, I think his hair came out, like, really good. And then I painted his eyebrows and his eyes. The only thing I'm kind of sad about is that, like, once I put the gloss over his eyes, it, like, made his eyes, like, yellow. The white in his eyes yellow, which is kind of a bummer, but it's not the end of the world. Made his, like, vest and his dog tags. And then I painted his little pants on. And then my brother gave me the idea to paint the tips of his paws green because he has that, like, little, power kind of thing. But I love him. And also I painted him some sunglasses because you can't have Johnny Cage without his sunglasses. Here's my boy with the sunglasses. And he might be my favorite in this Mortal Kombat collection because I think he came out really well. Yes, last up is Raiden. The red version of Raiden. Honestly, I was thinking about doing the blue version, but the picture I was looking at, because I don't know why I thought this. I never play as Raiden when I play Mortal Kombat, so I don't ever think to look at his outfits or whatever, but I was gonna make the blue version of him, but the reference picture I was looking at when I was sculpting all of his stuff is the red version. The blue version doesn't have the same sculpting, so I just had to make him the red version. But I don't mind because I think I actually like the red version better. Here he is, he has another hat. His hat also didn't come out the best, like again in the back. It is, it's having some trouble back there. Yeah, here's the top of his hat with the little blue stuff and whatnot. Chest plate with his green little gem, and then his armor. His pants and his belt and stuff. Here's a better close-up look on his face. I try to make his eyes look like they are glowing. I think I mixed red and gold together to try to make him a little more sparkly. Sorry, I spent a little more time on these guys than I anticipated, but like I'm kind of proud of all of them, or most of them. We don't talk about a few of them. Next are these two. I made these two, I want to say like a week or two ago, so these are pretty new. So he is a shark and he is a Great Dane and a shark onesie. He is adorable. I love him so much. I hadn't seen anybody do this when I made him, but then a video popped up on somebody that bought some, so I guess they have now. But I was thinking about putting the fin on the back, but then his head kind of just looked weird. And then I made his tail. Oh, okay, there you go. Tail facing down. And then his side profile. Oh, I love him so much. So much, dude. Tough, like, stoic expression. Because he is like this cool guy in like a shark onesie. I don't know why. Okay, just give me a break. I gave him different colored eyes because I thought he would look cute with it. And then he has a little scar over this eye. He has eyebrows and such. And then I painted his chin this gray, like darker gray color for like from his eyelids and inside of his ears and whatnot. And then he had to have a zipper because how else he's gonna get into the onesie. But I love him, dude. Like I'm not gonna be selling him. She's debatable. Sorry, my camera died. Dude, I thought of this idea and I'm like, that's amazing because Great Dane is my favorite mold and sharks are like my top 2 favorite animals. I'll post a picture of him on my Instagram. By the way, I have an Instagram now. I don't know if you guys saw it on my community tab, but it is at LPS_trooper_studios. Is a short hair cat in a duck onesie. I love how the duck onesie came out. Honestly, dude, like I love it. I love it. And again, short hair cats are like the hardest one to paint a face on in my opinion. But I think her face is kind of cute. Her eyes are brown. I definitely like the onesie. I rushed the zipper, so I will fix that up, but here's her little onesie in its beauty. But also, sneak peek, these two, part your way, these two are going to be making into more onesie characters. This one is a very old custom and I hate her a lot, so I'm going to take the paint off and turn her into a onesie custom, and this one will be too. One's gonna be a bunny and one's gonna be a bear, so stay tuned for that if I end up posting it on my TikTok or Instagram. Now this is my most recent one. The camera had to go lower because he's a small boy. He is a Dumbo octopus. I have never seen somebody make a Dumbo octopus in an LPS, so I was really happy that I could have possibly been the first one. Nobody knows because I haven't seen any pictures of it at least. I love him so much. I had this octopus mold where I cut off the bow and there was just a big gaping hole in it, so I couldn't like display it. So I'm like, well, what am I gonna do with it? But then I figured out that a Dumbo octopus exists, so I'm like, that would be adorable for an LPS. I filled up the hole and then I sculpted his little ears, and for some reason I just do not like the open mouth. I did not think it would look good, so I sculpted over. And then I painted it this orange color. I'll show you the picture that I got reference from. I have it on my Instagram, but still. The only thing I don't like is that the back of it is a little bit shabby, especially right here. It's not like sculpted like and smoothed in perfectly. I'd say that like my sculpting is getting a lot better, gonna be honest, like the smoothness of it. But he is so cute, dude. I'm so glad I was able to customize this boy. I find him so cute. Yeah, I feel like I did really good on his eyes. Like there's sometimes where like I'll go over it. Like even like with this guy's eyes, I feel like I did pretty good on his eyes, but right there, you can see I went over a little bit, which made me mad, but I love him. I feel like I did so good on his eyes too. Like they're so in line. Dude, The amount of times I messed up on this eye and had to keep repainting over this part was insane. Thankfully, the paint isn't too chunky right there, so like it's not really noticeable, but here is the reference photo of what I was painting him for. Sorry, I had to go to a basketball game and eat food. I will explain later. Just kidding, I will not. So the lighting might be a little different. Okay, this next custom is pretty old. I think this is second attempt maybe on making hair. I ran out of clay, so I didn't do the back of his head. This is Kazuki Shimada from A Silent Voice, my favorite anime movie ever, dude, like ever. He was my favorite character, aside from Shoya. I was like, I'm so in love with him, I'm gonna make an LPS custom out of him. And honestly, he didn't turn out too bad. Like, I honestly really like the hair. His hair is pretty, like, spot on, I'd say, for the character. Anyways, here's his little hoodie. I also made his flag, but, I don't know where that went. I think it went behind my bookshelf. But yeah, he was made quite some time ago. I always love looking back at that bin because, or it's like a case, I don't know. But it's because I get to find a lot of bases. I'm really glad that I used to collect fakes. Like, I collected so many fakes. Like, I almost had, no, that's a lie. I was gonna say I almost had all the main fives and fakes. No, I definitely have a lot more main fives now than I did when I used to collect fakes. But either way, I'm so glad that I did, because they became bases for customs. And also, I like looking at the difference between authentic and real ones. I mean, authentic and fake ones. How, like, bad some fakes look. I know there's some good ones out there. Like, what is that thing? Girl. Anyways, that is all the customs I have. It's kind of creepy looking over to my side because it's just an army over here. Like, there is a lot of them, my guy. But yes, those three are the ones I will be selling, and let me know if you want to buy those candle wax customs, or if you want to risk buying this guy and possibly him coming broken. I will sell it to you for a shorter price, for sure. I would want to sell her because, you know, why not? But at the same time, I kind of don't want to, because I'm like, oh, this person, like, let me customize their pet or whatever. And also, a part of me feels like I would have to get permission to sell her. I don't know why, just because it's like somebody else's design. But I do want to show you guys the packaging and such I would use for said orders. There we go. I don't have a dedicated spot or anything yet, so I just have it all like right here right now. The bubble wrap has little hearts. So I would wrap it in that bubble wrap, and then I'd put it in this pink envelope. I would add 1 or 2 of these stickers. These ones are little shark stickers that I just love, and then these ones are kind of just like cat stickers. And then I'm gonna make cards and then put them in these cases, just so you can find like all my socials and like a thank you note and whatnot. This like sticker label maker that I designed my own thing. I just need to print out the stuff, but it will go in the front right there. Anyways, yes, as of right now, all 3 of those customs are still in my shop. Nobody has bought them yet, as far as I know. I will put something up here if anything happened. I hope you guys like the video, and I hope you guys have an amazing day, or night, or afternoon, wherever you might be in this world, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Oh yeah, Etsy shop will be in the description. Love you guys. Bye. I hated that I did that. Why was that? What the fuck?